Hello lads and welcome to this. Now today I am bringing you my League One managers ranked for the 2018 to 2019 season. Let's get into it. Now, obviously, during this season, there's a lot of ups and downs. Now, a lot of the managers that are in here might not got promoted or might not have been in the playoff hunt, but managers that came in and did well with the clubs, you look at the likes of Accrington Stanley, Bristol Rovers, Wycombe, Rochdale, all had good managers toward the end of the season, which kept them up. Or even John Coleman, he did the job at Accrington. He's been there years. I think he was there as a player as well. So let's get into the rankings. Now, at number 10 is Gareth Ainsworth. Now, Gareth Ainsworth hardly had any budget in the summer, lost a few players, came up from League Two, were one of the favourites to go down. I tipped them to go down. The top goal scorers had 8 goals for the season and 8 assists, both Akin Fenwa. Not really played for League One for a long while, so it was always going to be tough for him to break in. But Ainsworth, what a job he's done, what a manager he's been this year. For me, he's been one of the top 10. Do you agree with Gareth Ainsworth? He's a good manager for me, and I think he's done a solid job there. Obviously, they're not going to be title contenders every year, by the likes of Barnsley or Luke or even Charlton or Portsmouth are. They haven't got the budget to compete with those kinds of teams. But obviously, like I say, Wycombe is number 10. Number 9 is the Bristol Rovers manager. I can't really pronounce his name. Colclough or something like that. Conclough. Anyway, he came in about December when the manager got sacked. Bristol Rovers looked down and out. Around Christmas, we had a few wins, one against Fleetwood, which kick-started them, and they kind of went from a relegation-looking side to a mid-table finish like Fleetwood, and Oxford ended up, and Blackpool, Coventry, Burton. So I think he did a good job, to be fair. Even Plymouth are sniffing around him to look, but I think they are going with Adams, with Ryan Lowe now. So hopefully Mr. Rose can keep hold of him. He's been a good servant to them this year. Will it just be a honeymoon period? Who will see? You'll see more next year if he does stay. But so far, what a grand job he's done at Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers should be where they are anyway, but he just gave them the confidence and the desire to play football again. And obviously, because he had the manager for a long time, he's a bit of a legend there. Back-to-back promotions to League One. So he's done a good job. He's got him back on form, and he's number 9. Number 8 is Brian Murphy. Now, Barry Murphy, I think he's called, or the other way around. Now, we came in about March time for Keith Hill. Obviously, Keith Hill's been there one of the longest in football, I think just behind Jim Bentley at Morecambe. Now, he came in on a side that conceded, I think, up to 2 goals a game. I think they conceded 70 goals in 35 games. They just got beat 5-1 to Plymouth. They look like they're going down, steamrolled every week. One of the worst sides I've seen, I said. He came in, he did his job, he got the confidence, and a lot of wins that they won. They won 1-0, like against Southend at home, Bristol Rovers away. They saw it out by 1-0 or 0-0s, and they got the points to keep them up, and they stayed up by a couple of games in the end. I think they ended up about 17th. They might have lost on the last day to Charlton, but like I say, it was a free hit for him. And like I say, he had a good record when he went in. He hardly conceded any goals. He made Rochdale solid again, which they weren't up until that, and I think he deserves a place in the top 10 this year. Number 8 for Barry Murphy. Number 7 is Kenny Jackett. Now, Kenny Jackett is known for times like the likes of Rotherham and Wolves, I think he was at as well for a period of time. Now, Kenny Jackett, Portsmouth manager, he's won the Checker Trade this year, so that's a trophy for him. He took him to the playoff semis, which they had a bit of a budget, to be fair. They had some good players: Ronnie Curtis, Jamel Lowe, Ben Close, Clark. But with that squad, they should be doing better for me, I think. In the playoffs, he didn't really show much. He spent £250k on Oliver Hawkins, and I don't think he's one of the best. I don't think he's one of the best managers in the league, but he has done a decent job. He is a bit of a calm manager. He gets results done, but he's a stubborn manager. He won't change his formation. He plays a 4-2-3-1. That's his formation, and he is a good manager, but I don't think he's the best, and I don't think he plays the best football in the league. So for me, he's number 7. Number 6 is Mark Robbins. Now, Mark Robbins obviously finished in the top 10 with Coventry this year. He brought them up last year. Coventry, obviously a club that are in a bit of turmoil. Bad owners, they have to move grounds next year after ground share with Birmingham, it looks like. So they're a club that a bit of a mess, but he's done a good job. He hardly had a budget again, and they played good football. They beat Sunderland 5-4. They drew 1-1 with Sunderland at home. They beat us at home, which was a good result for them. They played well. They had a chance at the playoffs. They just kind of, the defeat to Portsmouth ended that, unfortunately for them. They have got some good players like the Connor Chaplin. They had Jordi Awula. So players like that are good, and I think he's a good manager. He's a calm manager, and I think he's a bit like the Sean Dyche or Pochettino in the Premier League. I think obviously not the best, but he's calm, he's relaxed, and the best is yet to come from his team. And I think Mark Robins is one of the best in the league. Do you agree with me? Let me know. Coventry fans, what's your thoughts on that? On to the top 5 now. Number 5 is Grant McCann. Now, Grant McCann, obviously, is a Scunthorpe legend. Played for Peterborough a few times as well. He was Peterborough manager. They got rid of him to bring in Steve Evans, and he got sacked. And they brought in Darren Ferguson again. But like I say, Grant McCann's done well at Doncaster. He's only a young manager. He's still learning the trade. He got them into the playoffs. He got some good players, Herbie Kane, Marquis, etc. And he got them into the playoffs. He did really well. But there's a big gap between them and Portsmouth, Sunderland and Charlton. I think 16 points was the difference in the end. But like I say, he still got into the playoffs, and they were very unlucky to lose out on penalties. A harsh way to go out. But like I say, they're a good side. They showed a bit of spirit in the playoffs, and I think they can go again next year. I really do. I think even though we beat them 4-0 and 3-0, I thought they shaded both games really. So hopefully he does end up to be a good manager, and I think Peterborough's chairman said he's a young coach. He likes him. He let him go because he wanted to move on. He wanted a bit more of an experienced head, but a good fit for both clubs. So he is very well liked, and I think he can be a good manager. Doncaster fans, what's your thoughts on him? What's your thoughts on your season? Let me know. Number 4 is Wimbledon's boss, Wally Downs. Now, we played them. He came in about January. After a cup win, actually, he came in, and they were about 12 points adrift when he first in January, and they saw out a few good draws, a few good wins, last minute wins. Joe Piggott, he was a good player as well for them last season. I think their top goal scorer in the end. They did lose Lyle Taylor in the summer, which didn't help. He kept them up. They hardly had any budget, they hardly had any hope, but they went on a run and they got out of it. And that's the spirit that you need in League One. And I think what a job he's done. I think he's a bit of a legend now as a player. He brought team spirit in, he brought the ethos. He said play like you want to play. He brought a good attacking football back, but also he kept clean sheets. So Wally Downs is number 4. What a job he has done at Wimbledon. The top 3 now. Number 3, John Coleman. Now, John Coleman hardly had any budget. He lost a few key players to Ipswich. He hardly had a good pitch. They've got a great chairman, but they just don't have the funds to go out and buy players. They're not the most talented. So he kept the most of his League 2 squad, which had the momentum. He had the likes of Billy Key, Sean McConville, Barlasser, Brown, etc. And they started really well, and then they lost a few of the loanees, and then they kind of started to crumble a bit. And in the last few games they won, I think they beat Plymouth 5-0, beat Doncaster 2-0, and went on that couple of runs and got the few wins they needed to stay up. What a job John Coleman's done there. And they're only going to get better. They've got a new pitch reinstalled for next year. They're doing up the ground a bit, I think, as well. So what a job Andy Holt has done there. I respect their club so much. The way they've done it, the likes of Wimbledon, Fleetwood as well. John Coleman has to be number 3 for me. What a job he's done. Number 2, Daniel Stendel. This man is an absolute genius. I really rate him. I think he's absolutely terrific. The way he plays his football, the way he passes out wide, the way he gets the balls in the box. He likes to play it on the front foot. He likes to have the ball in midfield. He has a good midfield. Mowat, McGeehan, really promising midfield. Pinnock at the back is quality, by the way. Probably the best centre-half in the league right now. Obviously in the Championship now. Well done to Barnsley on that. We're good fans. I respect your fans. Obviously, hopefully they'll stay up for me. I like him. But Daniel Stendel, number 2. Number 1, Lee Bowyer. I really like him. He's an inspiration. He said at the start of the year, we are going on a journey, players. He said it to the fans. He delivered. He has got them on a good journey. They were in a bad place they are still in a bad place with the Rolands. They got out of it. They're still only 12,000, but they'll pack it out next year. They've got some good fans, and I'm really happy to see them back in the Championship. He named 5 subs on his first opening game. He lost his star striker in January, but Lyle Taylor delivered the goods. He had a good midfield, and like I say, what a team they are. Probably one of the lowest budgets in League One next year, but they won't care because they are going up to the Championship, and hopefully they can stay there, and I feel they can. But thank you for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please smash a like if you could. Also subscribe. But on the road to 4,000 subscribers, so you hit that subscribe button down below. That would mean the world. So please subscribe. Remember to like, subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.